Right, in the last hour, the Women's Super League and Women's Championship have announced that all 24 clubs have voted in favour of forming a new body which will run the professional women's game from the start of the 2024 season. Our reporter Gail Davis has plenty more on this. So, Gail, firstly, talk us through what's actually happened.
Yeah, very good afternoon, Vicky. Today does feel like a hugely significant day for the women's game. If you think back to the day that the idea of the Premier League was mooted, not quite the cloak and dagger that surround that, but significant nonetheless. Back in February, a working group put together by the FA had looked at finding this company, Newco, and that would be an independent regulator, would run the game in not just the top tier of the women's game, but the championship as well. And what it means is that the clubs would act as shareholders and effectively run that professional game. And during that time, a lot of work has been done around structure, pay, around TV, around kick-off times. And we arrived today at a point where all the clubs have finally agreed. And it was only a week ago that I was sitting here at Serena Wiegmann's press conference where a lot of the journalists were a bit perplexed by it all because the championship clubs hadn't agreed to what was happening, and there was the fear that they were going to start the new season with the same TV contracts because that's also reliant on this new company getting up and running. But there was a U-turn by those championship clubs in the last few days, and as you mentioned, every club has now voted into this, and perhaps most importantly, we know who's going to run it. Nikki Doucette, who's got a huge amount of experience working in the sporting business world. She worked at Nike for a long time, and she starts immediately. So I think there's quite a lot of work to be done. But by the start of the next season, so less than a year's time, the WSL and the Championship will look very, very different to how it looks now.